I don't know. She just put us, but I think you could still pick, but I'm not sure. Whoop, Ellen got this wrong one. Hey, guys. Let's see. Oh, there's people in here that she didn't say were going to be in here. I might have to add some of y'all to this Canvas shell that I set up. Because she gave me different names.
Hey, Fran, she didn't tell me to go. So I can go somewhere else if you want me to. Or I can just do nothing too. It's fine.
You can do nothing and like it? Or no?
She didn't tell me to come here. I can go somewhere else.
No, I can add y'all to this. It'll just take me a minute. I have to send you an invitation.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't get an email
It's fine.
about it.
It's absolutely fine. Let me see. People. I knew that wasn't going to quite work out right. I just had a funny feeling when I saw the agenda and y'all could just click on whatever one you wanted. I was like, All right. Hey, Chris, is yours Chris Lee or Christopher Lee at your email address?
Christopher.
Okay.
If not, it depends on, try Chris Lee at Johnston first. Do that one.
Mine is just Kim Kemp, not Kimberly.
I think did yours not go through? Did you open Canvas? Because you were on my list, so I added you.
Where do I see that?
If you open up Canvas, there should be a thing at the very top that says that you've been invited to join a course.
Okay.
Nope, it's not. Let's see. I might just have to start and then add people after when I get to the point where y'all are going to play in the sandbox. Okay, Chris, it worked.
Okay, good.
You should get invitation. Let me see.
Okay.
What I didn't add. Let's see. Oh my goodness. There's no way I can do all this. Okay. I'm just going to start and then, yeah, that would be helpful. If you open your Canvas up and don't have a little invitation to join my Canvas shell, if you'll in the group chat type your email address in, that will help me because then I can just copy and paste it in and add you in there. Because I want y'all to be able to, because with me, I need to be able to do something. Somebody can tell me all in the world how to do something, but if I can't try to do it myself, then I'm not going to learn it. Visual learner, learn by doing. All right, so this is the thing that I set up to do the PD in. So the ones that I had on the list, yeah, even if you haven't started using Canvas, if I invite you in, you'll come into this shell, which looks like this. And see, these were the people that I had on my list last night. So I made them their own little, what I call sandbox, because the first Canvas training I went to, this is how they did it and I liked it. So I'm just kind of following along with how I learned, is that the instructor showed me how to do some stuff, and then he had a little sandbox for each one of us to kind of play and do some stuff in. And that way, since I added y'all as a teacher and I'm a teacher, I can look in there and see what you're doing. And like if you say, hey, Fran, can you look in my sandbox and see if I'm doing this right? I could look. But so the training today, I wanted to talk about assignments. And I'm going to share this PowerPoint with you. Oops, that's my Christmas picture. Not. I'm going to share this PowerPoint with you. But the big takeaway here is, when do you create an assignment? The assignments is your backbone of your Canvas shell, because assignment is anything that you want to grade or give the students feedback on should be set up as an assignment. Okay, you can set up a page, and a page can have all kinds of information for them and websites and things like that. But if it's something that you want to grade, it has to be set up as an assignment. So that's why I picked that topic to go over today. And I'm going to switch back to that in a minute. But this is what I wanted to get at. After the training that we did last a couple weeks ago, I realized that some of y'all teach so many different things, and y'all are thinking, well, Canvas doesn't make any sense to me because I teach sign language, or I teach foreign language, or I teach band. And I see all y'all different people out there, so I know you're wondering. But with all these different assignments you can make, every single one of y'all could make this work for you. Amber, I even put a sample sign language thing in there. I don't know if you saw it or not. But you can have an assignment that this is what a traditional assignment would be. This first one, like assignment with a file that needs to be turned in, where, you know, they have a digital worksheet, they fill it out, they upload it. Okay, so that would be the first kind. You can also give them assignment that you give them some text questions and they just answer it. And I'm going to show you examples of each one of these. I've already made them so you could look at them. You can do group assignments. And the really cool thing when you do a group assignment is that, say you have 4 people in a group, you only have to grade that thing one time. And once you put that grade in there, if you set the groups up, it gives all 4 of them that grade. So that's pretty cool. You can use different apps, and there's tons and tons of them that go with different things. These are just the ones that I know and I've used. Edpuzzle, Flipgrid, and MindTap. MindTap I use for accounting. It's the most awesome thing because I've been using MindTap forever, and I had that as a separate little program that I had to grade and put in my grade book. Now it comes right into Canvas as an assignment, and it goes right into the grade book. So it's awesome. We also have website URLs. If you, I know some of the English teachers make their students do Google Sites, so they can literally turn in their Google Sites as an assignment. Okay, and then here's for my kind of out of the box teachers, my ASL, foreign language, band. Y'all need students to turn in an audio file of them playing an instrument, or them doing a sign language, or them speaking French. So this is the assignment for you, where they upload media files. They can record it right there and do the recording, submit. Is pretty cool. So there's all kind. Canvas can work for everybody. It really can. And I feel like, because I had to do the Google, they made us all do Google Classrooms last year, and I just feel like it's very hard to organize your stuff in Google.
Fran, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Is the media file also video, or is it just audio?
Audio and
Okay.
video.
Cool.
I'm gonna show it to you in a minute. This PowerPoint is going to be more referencey for you to go back later, because it's kind of got like screenshots of how you set the assignment up and what the students will see. So this will be a good reference for you later, but I'd rather like go live in the app and do stuff now. So here is what you would normally do, is have a unit number or something here, and then you would have pages, and the pages is where you would put your info. Like this is an example of one of my pages that I would do. I might have a couple videos, I might have a website they need to go to get information, and all these can be linked. Okay, and then down here is I'll have my practice. That's where you're going to add the assignments that you make. Okay, so that the kids will watch the videos and then maybe do an assignment right here. So Assignments is where you go to add assignments, okay? So these are the little different types of assignments that I already made so that I could show you. But I know a lot of y'all wanted to know, well, wait a minute, how do I make this pass-through work? And if you look at this little 3 little dots right up here, see where it says import assignment groups? That's what you're gonna, it's not gonna work right here since I made this thing. It's not one of the ones that the county made and has students in and everything. So it's not gonna work right now. But I can show you in one of my other classes what it looks like anyway. Once you import your categories, you have to put your, see, my category for assignments is very clever here, assignments. So you can see it's different. See how it's got the little arrow and the page? See how that's different than what I just did here? Okay, so that's where I would put all my assignments that I want them to pass through to PowerSchool. Okay, so I have assignments, I have quizzes, that's my other category, and I have assessments. Those are my 3 categories. So anything that I wanted to give the kids as an assessment, I would have to put it in here, okay? Anything that I wanted to do as a quiz, I'd have to put it under this. And anything that I want as an assignment, I would have to put under there, okay? So once you've got your categories set up that you imported, okay? What you do is click the little plus sign, and that's where you can start adding assignments. I don't usually use this little small screen here. I usually always click on the more options so that I can see everything that I can do to add an assignment. But I'd rather let you look at one that I've already made instead of a blank one. So here's one that I already made. This is just the typical worksheet, turn in a worksheet, turn in a file. But even, and I'm going to put it in edit mode so you can, that's the finished product. Okay, even with an assignment, it doesn't just have to be, here's your assignment, turn it in. It could have, you could still put videos, websites, all different things in there. Like this one's got some directions and a practice file. This is for one of my Microsoft classes, and it tells them what they need to turn in. So you've got all these different things that you can do available for you. Like you can link something to your from your Google Drive instead of putting an actual file in here. These are actually not Google links. These are actually files, okay? But if I wanted to put a Google link in there for a worksheet or something like that, I would just click on here. Go to one of my folders, like there's my Microsoft folder. I don't even think I have very much stuff in there because Google doesn't work with Microsoft too well. But I can find, yeah, I didn't think I had anything in there, sorry. But you can find whatever your files that you already have, because I know a lot of you are like, here's in a file I have in here. I could just click on that, or click on it, click embed or link, whichever one you want. And then I just embedded that PowerPoint into my assignment. It might be something you want them to look at before they do the assignment, or it may just be the assignment, whichever one. So then the important part, after you put everything you want to put in there, okay, is you decide how many points it's worth, whether you want to do points, percentage, complete, incomplete. These are all the different things you can do. I don't know why you would do letter scale or not graded. I wouldn't do an assignment if I wasn't going to grade it. I usually just do percentage. And then here's where you determine what it is. All those different types of assignments that I told y'all about. Well, here's where you can do it. You have 3 choices here: online, on paper. I don't know why you do this, but if you gave everybody a paper assignment and wanted to grade it in Canvas, you could do it that way. I just think that's, usually if I gave anybody a paper assignment, I just put it right in the grade book. I wouldn't go through Canvas too. So really the only two I use is online or external tool. So we'll go on online first. With online, you have these 4 types of things you can do. This particular assignment calls for a file upload. So they're either going to have to upload a Microsoft document or something from their Google Drive. Okay. You tell them how many, you can limit their attempts. I always say unlimited. That way they can make corrections and turn it back in. And you put a due date. Okay. I'm one of those people that do the 2 weeks. I give them 2 weeks to finish it. But if you wanted to give them until Friday to do it, what happens is if you do put an until date in there, after that date, the submit button will go away. They can't turn it in anymore. Okay. So that is very good for me because I don't like them. I don't like them coming in and saying, oh, I turned that in. And you know, they turn in something that was due like 5 weeks ago. And then they suddenly turn it in. One thing I'll caution about, if you do not put a due date in here, it will not show up in your grade book or, and it won't be able to be passed through. Okay. So this is how you say you want it to sync to your, you have to say, I want it to sync to my PowerSchool, and then you have to put a due date or it's not going to go sync through. Okay. Because if I click save, oh, and also that's a good one. Your name can't be too long or it won't do the sync thing. And then you have to add this. It's telling me this is too long and I have to add a due date. So I'm going to uncheck that because it can't pass through to anything anyway. I have no students in there. Y'all are my students in there. So that was just an assignment where you would have a file upload of some sort. The next one I did was when maybe you want to just have some text responses. You don't want them to go through the hassle of uploading a file. And I do this quite a bit too, just not in Microsoft. So here's a nice little getting to know you activity, you know, answer these questions. So what you would have done to set this up is I put a little picture in there. I type those questions in there, and online I click text entry. Okay. And then everything else is kind of the same. So instead of, the big difference here is instead of checking file uploads, I click text entry. The difference is what the kids are going to see. The kids are going to see, hold on, let me find that one. Okay, this is what the kids would see when they got this assignment. They'll see the questions and then they'll see this box down here that they have to type their answers into. Okay, and once they type their answers into it, you'll be able to go to the speed grader and grade it. So I'm going to show you the speed grader in a second. Oh, that's really cool. Do you see what April put in there? I'm going to get an external tool in just a second, Stephanie. So yeah, it is overwhelming. And I still, to this day, if I can't figure out how to do something in Canvas, I go to that Canvas help thing, which is right here. You can type in your different questions in there. How do I such and such? And you can find answers from like super Canvas users in there. So the next assignment type is an app. Now, Stephanie asked, what is an extra, oh no, that was an app is an external tool, okay? So they call them two different things. You can find all the apps in settings, under apps, of course. Look at all these. And some of them, this is what I found. Some of them work really good, whether they're installed or not installed. And some of them you have to work with David Ulrich, I think is his name, to get them to work good for you. I've been on the email with him. He's very responsive when I wanted my MindTap to work and it wasn't working real good. But So what'll happen is when you're setting up and you want the kids to do a Flipgrid, what you're doing is do an external tool, okay? And you'll click on the Find button. And so these should look kind of familiar to you because they're all the ones that I just showed you on those apps. So like Edpuzzle's in here. I wanted to show you Edpuzzle, but since I don't have an Edpuzzle that's connected to this Canvas shell, it didn't work too good. So I did Flipgrid instead. So this is actually where I clicked on Flipgrid. So what the students see when they click on there is they'll see this, where it's taking them right to that Flipgrid assignment that I set up, and they can click the record their response right from there. So instead of telling them to go to Flipgrid and telling them to go do that, the two are connected so that when you grade their assignment in Flipgrid, or you could grade it in Canvas, either way, it's going to talk to your PowerSchool too. So it's using these external tools or these apps cuts out the middleman and goes right into your PowerSchool. And you don't have to grade this, put it there, and then put it there. I know this is fast. That's why I did the PowerPoint too. Oh, did I record this? Oh, I don't think I recorded it. Did I? Yes, I did. That's good. So I'm making a recording of it too. I know it's a lot. And back to it. So that's using an external tool. This is one where the students are going to submit some sort of URL, some sort of website. Okay. So how you set that one up is just online website URL. Okay. So the students see this, where they're going to paste their URL into there and submit it. Okay. That way you're just it's going to take you right to their website. I know, do English teachers still use this a lot? The Google Sites? I know I got some English teachers on here. Okay. Yeah, so I do it, I do it more in business law, but having them do a Google site, it's a 20th century skill, 21st century skill, sorry, 21st century skill. My college student had to do these a lot. So once she was telling me she was doing it, I started making my kids do it. You can't find the Kung Fu Canvas class? Where's the Kung Fu Canvas class?
It's in the, I believe I found it in the
Comments, maybe?
Maybe it's in the Commons. It might be in the Commons.
So this is the Commons. Kung Fu. That's it. Oh, I think. Is that it?
I think it is, the.
Oh, there it is. Kung Fu Canvas.
I think it's right here, well, you can't see what I'm doing. The Kung Fu Canvas course with videos linked, Mike Cowan.
Mike Cowan.
I think that's the
Oh,
one.
here it is right here.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
Okay. With video files linked. Okay. So let me see. That's awesome. How do you get to the Commons? Well, you click on this little button right here. And it might be easier to look by his name, Mike Cowan.
All I'm seeing is this.
You don't have a little button over here, this little gray button over here?
Right here's all I see. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if is it supposed to be something I got from you or no?
I'm not a professional in Canvas, but are you looking on the left side of your tab things, like on the left side of your computer?
All right, so what am I looking for? I got,
No, like, so you know how you have those color block things? That's your classes, right?
uh-huh.
Yeah, so look to the left. There's like little tabs on the side, and it looks like a little arrow, and it says like comments.
It's
Oh,
C
no.
with an arrow.
Oh,
see
yeah,
it
there you
now.
go.
Got you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Miranda.
Oh, no problem. I have a hard time too. So we're in the same boat, Mr. McGee. You doing it.
And I know I'm going pretty fast here. I realize that. I'm just trying to get it all in and then give you a place to, reference once I finish. It's the one with Mike Cowan. Is that how you spelled it? I think. Look for that one. It says with videos or something.
I think that's the one that I'm enrolled in. I'll look and make sure.
All right. So with group assignments, what you do is it could be any of these type of assignments. But when you're creating that, what you have to do, all of this is irrelevant. What you have to do is check this box and say, this is a group assignment. And then you can already have a group set up, and I'll show you where to go for that. Or you can say, I want a new group category, and put the name. You can allow them to sign up themselves. And you can say how many groups you want, and you want to limit the members to this much. You can even automatically assign a group leader if you want. But that's the thing that's gonna, once they sign up and fill up the groups, that's the thing that's gonna say, if there was 4 people in the group, you grade it one time, and all 4 of the kids in that group will get that grade. So that's really cool. So once you set that up under people, this is the one that I had set up for that assignment. I had just gone through the process that I just did, and this is what popped up. I think I said I wanted 10 groups with no more than 3 people. So once the students went in and signed up, I would actually have students' name under here. Okay, and that's what I would do if I wanted to make a group. Okay, if I wanted to make a group, I would say plus group. I'd call this group PD group. Membership limit 3. Oh, shoot. I accidentally did a group set, I think. Group set. There it is. I don't do this very often, so I'm not as good at it. There. So there's the PD group, and then I would set up the group sets right here. There it is. And your names of all your students will be over here, and you just drag them over. Pretty cool. I guess I could show you one that I've got over here. No, wrong. I thought I had one of these. Oh yeah, this is it. Nope. This is the one that I've got, a group that I use the whole entire semester. This is their stock market game group. So here's all my different groups and my names that are in there. And so originally these little boxes were over here, and I just drug them over. But it's a little bit of work at the get-go if you're doing it yourself. But like I said, if you're just creating the assignment, like I was just showing you a minute, and let them self-sign up, then it really takes nothing. All that's done for you in the background, and then you can just do the grading And then the last one here is that uploaded media file, like I was talking about. See, this is a sign language assignment that I found where they have to talk about their summer, but they have to sign, I guess, their summer vacation. So the only big difference with this one, also online, you just check the media recordings group. And then this is what they will see. Record media, okay? And I want to show you that real quick because when I first started doing this, I had to be able to see, I was like, well, how can I see what the students see? Well, that's in the home tab. See where it says student view? Everybody see that? When you click on that, see how you get a little pink outline around there? So you always know you can't be accidentally in student view because it makes it real obvious with that little pink box around there. And so if a student was to go in here and pick any of these things, so this is that page that I made, and there's the assignments. So I can click on there. That's the app, the Flipgrid one. Oh, I deleted that one. Okay, but this is good. I can click on any of these. Here's that uploaded media file one. This is what the student sees. Okay, they see the assignment. They click on submit assignment. Here's their record upload media. And it says they want to use your microphone and camera. Okay, I can record media or upload it. Okay, and there's my mic, so I could be doing my musical instrument, or I could do my webcam. I don't think it likes to want to use my webcam because I'm using my webcam for the Zoom. But when I was messing with this last night at home, my little picture was right up there and I could see myself and I could click start recording. Or if I already had something I uploaded using something else, I could just select my audio or video files here. So I think that's a game changer because I really was thinking about this from the last PD where a lot of y'all were saying Canvas isn't going to work for me because it's just not going to do what I need to do. But it actually, that's why I kind of found this because I've never used this because it doesn't apply to me. But I could definitely see where it applied to some of y'all that kind of felt like Canvas wasn't good for you. All right, so let's look at one of the other assignments. Here's the one with the text response. When I see all the questions, I want to submit. So I get my little text box and I can answer all the questions right there. And if they want to, they can even copy them from down. So you know how some students, they like things to be like they like it. So they can put that in there and put their response to it right underneath if they want to. And then when they're done typing, they click submit. This is the one where they would have to turn in a file. They click submit assignment. And this is the cool thing about it, because I know a lot of them have Chromebooks and they can't choose a file to upload. I have to do a lot of this in Microsoft. They have to choose a Microsoft file and turn it in. But if they've got Chromebooks, they can just go to their Google Drive. Oh, I'm masquerading right now as a student, so it won't work for me right now. I remember this happened once before. I was trying to figure out if they could go in there, and I was like, "What is masquerading? I'm masquerading as a student." But at this point, it would go in there and ask if they could authorize their Google Drive, and they type in their username and password, and then all their files and folders and everything will show up, and they can click on the assignment, and then they can click. They'll get the little submit button. And I don't know if any of y'all use Dropbox. That's another one they can use. I don't even know what that is. So.
Hey, Ms. Clark, I have a question.
Yeah.
So do you give your like everything through Canvas, like any tests and stuff like that? You do testing through this platform also?
I do some quizzes and tests because I teach such different classes, I really do. I do with my financial planning. But I use quizzes a lot. I use SchoolNet some for tests. But I do quizzes in here. And I think we wanted to do a session on quizzes, but the quizzes thing is in here is changing. And so we didn't want to do a session on the old quizzes if it's changing to a new quiz format. So I
Yeah.
don't like their quiz thing in Canvas at all. I'll be honest with you. That's
Okay.
the one thing I don't like about Canvas. It's just real clunky. So I use quizzes, which is like Kahoot.
Yeah, I know about that. So is there a way though, like if you said they're changing stuff, like does it allow you to like insert an answer key where it would like auto grade, or do you have to go in?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It ought to go, like, cause here's my, this course that I keep going back
And I
to.
might have missed that. I just don't know. So
Yeah. So cause I'm in as a student right now. So it doesn't like that. Didn't like that at all. Okay. You don't even want me to go to my own class. Okay. I guess I'm not a student in my own class. I don't know. But it does let you it lets you set up the test, but you have to type the question, then you have to type each of the answers in. It's not very user friendly because quizzes let you import you can make a spreadsheet and just export it in or import it in or whatever. And you can do it so fast, but the quiz in there, you have to type every little thing in it. It takes forever.
okay. Good to know. Thank
Maybe
you.
the new one will be better. I don't know.
Hopefully.
I think the kids are pretty techy. And that's part of what I use my soft open or my first couple days of class for, is to kind of get them used to how I have things set up and how to click on things and how to turn things in. You're always going to have that curve with the ninth graders because the middle school teachers definitely don't. I don't know if are they going to have to use Canvas next year. You know, maybe it won't be such a stretch if the middle school teachers might be using it. But they adapt very quickly. And most of them because for a while I was using Canvas and Fish was using Google Classroom. And so she teaches Excel and the kids would come in to her class after doing Word, PowerPoint and Canvas with me. And they'd go, why are you using this? We like the way Miss Clark does it. So I think they do like Canvas and it's easier for them once they figure it out. And I think it will be easier for them because think about it right now. Not only do they have to navigate how all of us are setting things up, but they're also having to navigate Canvas versus Google Classroom. And then their parents too, because I'm a parent as my son goes to school here and I don't know who's got Canvas and who's got Google Classroom and stuff like that. So I think it'll be easier for everybody once we all are doing the same thing.
Miss Clark, I have a question as well.
Yeah.
So I kind of built like a test one and I was just kind of playing around. And I know, you need to build the modules first. So I was trying to like import files. Can you only import stuff from your like computer's hard drive? Is there no way to like import from YouTube or from our Google Drive?
Yes, you can do both.
Can you show me how? Because I can't figure it out.
Okay. So I'm just going to click. No, I don't want to do it there because that's not even in a group or anything. I just did a rookie mistake. All right. So you usually want to make sure you're under that little category that's going to go through when you click plus.
I'm talking about like in the files, like if I wanted to like set up like unit 1 and I wanted to give them a unit 1 vocab list, not necessarily like their assignments, but just like the information they need to like
I would put
study
that.
from.
I would put that in a page.
Okay.
So like, so here's my page. That would usually be an instructional unit. So this might be whatever the vocab is for. What would the vocab be for?
Okay.
Basic signs or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So in my page right here, see where I put some stuff, instructional stuff in there? That would probably go under learn. Okay.
Okay.
When you go to edit, that's where I'm going to make myself a little spot here where I can put some other stuff in here. That's where you can, if you want YouTube, I've already got it. There's Google Apps and YouTube. You probably won't have, I didn't have either one of those at first. I had to go to view all and add them in there.
Okay.
Because that's what that plug means, external tools. So you have to go there and find it. See, there was Google Apps, and YouTube is, I don't think this is, here. So you click on YouTube and it adds it to that little thing. Okay. So like, you have to find out what the YouTube URL is. Here's my videos. I don't even know what that was. It looked like a weird banana, but so here's some of my counting videos. I would just get my link. I'd come over here, click the little drop down, YouTube, paste my URL in there and hit enter. And it comes up, and then you can embed it all different ways. You can do a link. You can do a small, this one's small. You can do a medium. I'll show you what a medium, you don't want a large one. I'll do a medium one. And puts in there. Puts a video right in there for them. Okay. And then if you wanted to go into your Google Apps, I have a file I want to give them access to, like vocabulary words. I don't use this very much. That's why it's going to take a minute. Or you could just go right into your Google Docs, get the shareable link.
Okay. So like when you're setting up your modules, you want to hit that plus button, and then that drop down gives you all those different options. Yeah. Okay. That's the part that I missed. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So I could just find one of these things that's going to take right here. Basics of, I don't know, I'm going to give them the answer key. I think linking is better than embedding. So that's what I just put in there. That's actually an assignment, but if that was, let's pretend that's your vocabulary words. That's how you gave it to them. You can put pictures, you can put all kinds of stuff in here. You can type stuff in here. You can edit it. Like if you wanted a little picture, like I did for that getting to know you assignment, I put a little picture in there. If you want to put a picture in there, I just do upload image. And if I have an image in here that I want to upload, I don't know. I think, yeah, there's a PowerPoint slide. You can put it, and you can you get the screen for pages, for assignments, for everything. But the big difference is for a page, you're usually having some instructional material, then an assignment, okay? But for an assignment, that's something that you're grading.
Yeah. Are those pages accessible even if the kid is now on like module 4 but needs to go back and look at the vocab from unit 1? Okay.
It's up to you whether you make them accessible or not. You can turn them on and off.
Okay.
Show you here. Like when I'm through the first semester, I see the little check marks. Okay. So just, if you don't want them to see it, unpublish it.
Okay.
And I usually at the end of the first 9 weeks will take away everything from the first 9 weeks. But if I wanted them to go back and look at the vocabulary, then I wouldn't.
Okay.
And like I said, I set up the assignments so they can't go back anyway, because I set that.
Oh yeah, that part I appreciate, but I want them to be able to access like the videos and stuff.
Yeah, so they can go back. You totally control what they see or don't see. And same thing with the assignments. The one thing I will say, and this is a quick way to publish and unpublish or sync them to PowerSchool, is you can, and the name's too long. Oh, that's right. I don't have these synced with PowerSchool because it's not actually an official course, but you can click that to quickly sync them or unsync them. Because at the end of the first 9 weeks, you have to unsync every single one of your first 9-week assignments. You'll always get an email about, oh, unsync your thing because it's messing up PowerSchool. Because it doesn't want anything to accidentally grade after the gradebook is closed. That's why you have to unsync all your first 9-week stuff. But I created a little assignment group for each one of y'all so that y'all could kind of play around and put some, add some assignments and stuff in there. But if you're in here and aren't one of those people that are on there, if you want to type your email address in here, I can add you in here. So it just gives you a place to play around. Or the alternative, and I could help you. That's a big difference. If you're playing around in here and say, hey, can you look at this and tell me how I can do such and such? You could even email me. I've worked a lot with Dorothy. She can testify that I've helped her. It's better to kind of know what you're doing before you start. Some of those templates that are out there are good, but if you don't understand what a module is, what a page is, and what an assignment is, you can get a mess real fast. And that's what is Dorothy's word. So I wouldn't use a template unless I really knew what I was doing. Okay, I would actually, you can make a mess. Everybody that I've worked with that actually, so where do we see the sandbox? Kemp. Maybe you're not in here, Kemp. I have to add you. So if, Kim, if you'll put your email address in here, I can add you. Yes, see, even Dorothy says that. She thought the template was going to make it easier, but don't use a template because it's just hooking stuff together that you may not want hooked together. Okay. If you, no, we're not going back to the big meeting, but because she said she wanted everybody just to do their PD and then just go back to work. The other alternative, if I think I add you, Chris, check and see if you got an invitation from me. What would happen if you log into Canvas? You should see a little notice up here that says you've been asked to join, and you'll just click yes. The alternative is how you can make your own little course like this to play in that's not an official course, because these, they have the long names and stuff like that. These are ones that were put in there because they've got students in there. I've also got some in there already for next semester. See all these? Now, the reason why you don't see them up there is, see these little stars right here? That's how you make things show up on your dashboard. Okay, so I only like my courses that are for this semester to show up on my dashboard. So those are the ones that I start. Okay, so when this semester is over, I'll unstar them, but these are made for you. This, okay, any of these things that have the long names and the numbers and stuff, they're already made for them, and my students are already in there. Okay. So, but if you want to make one to play around with or make your master shell, I have a master for every, see, master. I have a master for everything. That way, whenever the new, because the new ones come in and they have nothing in it. So you have to, and that's a whole nother lesson. You'll have to export and import your thing. That's a different PD for a different day. But if you want to just put something in there to play with, right here, click plus course and just put in there sandbox, play course, sample course, whatever. Make it private. And there it is. It's very daunting. I see why somebody uses templates, because this is scary to me. It has nothing in it. But, you know, you start with the modules and pages and add your assignments to them. all a module is a place to, let me leave student view. All a module is a place to put your pages. It's not really doing anything. It's just housing all my little pages in there. Okay, so for me, these are my objectives and these are my essential standards. And so in each one of my essential standards, I have them all set up exactly the same. Where I've got some sort of resources up here, I have assignments, and I have a quiz. That's a page. So you start out with your module. I put all my modules in there right from the get-go. That's the first thing I do is just come up here, click add module, put my objectives in, every single one. Then I go back, it's just a hierarchy really. Then I go back and start with my pages. And once I got my outline of my first page, with my resources, my assignments, and my quiz. And these, by the way, are just pictures that I made with Cool Text. You ever been there, cooltext.com? You can kind of make, and you just type in, you pick whatever one you want, and you type in, and you can download it. So that's how I got these little categories here. And when the kids are here in school, I have on the board what objective we're in so they know which to click on. And that day they know what assignment that we're doing. So when they come in, they look at the board and it might say we're doing 1.01 personality test today. Now that we've been learning at home, on Monday, what I've been doing is setting, Sunday night actually, I sent out a weekly calendar of what we do. And I tell them on Monday, we're going to 101 and we're doing a personality test. On Tuesday, we're doing management principles. On Wednesday, we're doing estimating usually I do a quiz on a Wednesday and I make sure they do the quiz or I don't mark them present on Wednesday. I started doing that because the kids think Wednesdays are off. Have y'all noticed that? Yeah, they think they're off. So I decided, hey, they better be doing something on Wednesday or they're going to be absent on Wednesday. Yeah, a module is the unit, the major topic. And then the objectives or I know everybody called learning statements, the subunits are what the pages are. So this is a learning objective for us. And that's where I put all the different things. But these are assignments right here. These are just Google Docs, PowerPoints, whatever, that the kids could use. And that's where you would put your vocabulary words or whatever. But here, all these are assignments that I made under assignments. 11 units. Ooh, that's a lot, Dorothy. All right, so if you put your email in here, I'll go back in a second and add you into that thing if you want to play around, or you can just add your own thing and play around with it. The biggest difference is if you play around in that little course I made and want me to look at what you did and help you or give you an idea or whatever, you could just email me and say, hey, I put something in that sandbox in your course. Can you tell me, how to link my Google Doc to it or how to set it up as so they can turn in a video. So that would be the difference between you putting it in my thing and doing it. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I've talked to you, Alan, a little bit on how to set things up. Yeah, I recorded this and I've got the PowerPoint. So I'm gonna go ahead and capture all the attendees so that I can send y'all the PowerPoint. Okay, and then hopefully we're all recording these and we recorded the first PD on this, so hopefully they're going to make a little library of these recordings so that y'all can go back and look at them if you need to. So all right, I know y'all got lots to do.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
It was very helpful. The PowerPoint, did you say you were gonna have that available or that we can look
Yeah,
at?
I'm gonna email it to everybody.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Y'all have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Hey, Fran, I have a question about starting next semester. Like, I would like to basically take my course and change it.
So you're not gonna export it, import it. You're just,
I don't think, because this one has the template and I don't want to have the template.
yeah, I looked at templates at one point and then I was like, yeah, it looks like too much.
So I can still though use some of the assignments that I've made, even though I'm not exporting it
Yeah,
or not.
yeah, you can, and you could actually even send it to another teacher if you want to, because Fish and we made the assignment up for the final exam. And I figured this was a new one I just learned myself, where I could just send it to, I think what you do, hold on. Let me see.
Okay, well, I don't need to do that now. I mean, maybe next week.
Yeah.
But the other thing is that I was hoping to get help with was on making sure parents are in the course, like in Google Classroom,
That's
a way to invite parents.
I know that parents go in there because when I click on people, I have, see, look, Aaron Brooks is observing Kenny Poole.
Right, observing, that's what it's called. When I went to one of the training things with David H.,
Yeah, Hendrick.
whoever, he said, you give a homework assignment at the beginning and they have to invite their parents to be observers. And this was like 4 weeks into it. And I was like, yeah, maybe next semester.
I literally called one of these parents one time and asked him, how did you get on? Because it's the only one I'd ever seen. And it was,
What'd they say?
she said she didn't remember how she did it.
Yeah, well, he said that the students have to do something, but you just give it as a homework assignment and then they do it. And I was like, okay, yeah, what? I mean, I didn't pay attention to it because the plane was already in the air.
Yeah, I know. And it was crashing, wasn't
So,
it?
yeah, so I was hoping to start off next semester better, but
Yeah. Let me see, because me too, I'm already thinking.
maybe we could invite or ask David sometime in these next 2 weeks so that we can start off next semester.
Yeah, because I agree. There's a lot I do different.
And then
I'm gonna virtual it again.
like another thing that I would like to do is to put like that CK12 you said you didn't know what that was. That's something we use.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, but they're like little bitty assignments. Like they read this and then it's like an app, and then they answer some questions and it's done. It takes them like 5 minutes sometimes.
So it's probably, as long as you have an account with that, probably what you're gonna be doing.
So I'm doing that already. I use the external link, but what I don't like about that is in Canvas, every single thing that they do counts as a separate grade. And it would be nice if, because I might assign 3 during one class period. And so they have 3 different little bitty things. Is it a way to merge those and have them counted as one?
Because that's what I have in accounting, and it's kind of a mess. And that's exactly why from Microsoft, we don't, because we have 6 small assignments for each unit.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're just doing so much work if you're a parent. So
Right.
we don't do the pass through from Microsoft.
So okay.
What we did was we set up, rather than getting our categories,
Uh-huh.
look at all these different things.
Our group is talking about how they want the skeleton of our course so that every course at this school looks the same on Canvas, so the kids aren't like, I don't know where it is.
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
Yeah, so is that possible?
Yeah.
And Cherry even said, send me your course, I'll download it and I'll delete what I want out of it.
That's probably a better template than most.
So Beth Brown was in there, but like every teacher at West Johnston use our template and change it to whatever.
That's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Because then the kids are all seeing
Is that possible?
at least the same layout, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay.
Let me mull it around.
Just
So,
interrupt.
hold
Just
on, I was gonna
interrupt.
show you. Okay. So, yeah, I'll come see you. So this is what we did, and I'll show you why it works so good.
Okay,
If you, because you don't want the parents thinking you're giving them too much work.
right, because, I mean, it's like 5 minutes.
So here's what we did is I set up an assignment group
Uh-huh,
for each chapter, because look, this is all the stuff we do in one chapter.
right. Right, I mean, I might have 20.
Yeah, but this is like 3 days.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like 5 days.
Yeah, so what happens, but I'm going to average all this together.
Right, that's what I want to do.
If I do this as a group, but you're still gonna you're not gonna be able to do the pass through like you like. But what you can't, but at least, because I was doing so much work on this, I was downloading stuff, I was putting stuff in a spreadsheet, I was putting
Great.
formulas in. And then my new little mentee, Savannah, she pointed out, because I already had them in groups, I had just done this just to keep myself organized, because I thought it was just better to organize them like this. But watch this. When I go to the grade book,
Uh-huh,
she pointed this out. I'd never noticed this. Because it's a whole lot. Look at all these things I've excluded.
yeah, look at there.
Okay, look, there's my groups. It averaged it for me.
No way.
Yeah, there's my groups. It averaged it for me. So all I need to do is I can download this whole thing, or I just, you know what I do? I just pull the grade book up right beside it and start copying them down. Or I can do a screenshot.
Wait, so the grade book, not the Power School grade book?
Yeah, so it's an extra step, but it just, like I said, my courses are so vastly different that I have, every single one of them is like 100% different.
Right, so, but like, that's in,
What I would do is I would bring up, if I was gonna put a grade on PowerPoint chapter 6
okay,
or 7, I think I just did 7 was the most recent one.
right,
I'd go over here, I'd pull up, I have to, create the assignment in here.
right. So
Um,
you don't have to pass through means that it goes right from Canvas into Power School. So you don't
Yeah,
have that
For
pass.
this one, this is the only, I do pass through for my accounting and for my financial planning, but because there's so many little bitty assignments for this,
Right,
I just do it this way. I create this assignment and then I just come over here and just start 0, 133, 0, 133.
yeah, 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 I could do that. I
And
mean,
it's not that bad because it's
some
fine
things-
work, like you said.
Yeah, it can sync some things, but then not sync other things. That works, absolutely.
Yeah, you could do that. I mean, I could see where I would, in some of my, because accounting is kind of like that, where it's an external program called MindTap, and I used to kind of average them all together, but it was so much this time. I was just like, it's gonna fly. It's just gonna go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let them all go in there, because normally some of those accounting things are bigger than others, and I usually do them by points, like the bigger ones count more.
right.
I mean, it's inherently set up that way in MindTap, but I just had to let them go as percentages and go.
Yeah, I think I like that though. I really like that. And then for every module, because I have 11 different modules, for every module, I could just have a
That
group
group.
average of
Yeah.
all the CK12s. Yeah,
Yeah, you could call that group CK12 Unit 1, CK12 Unit 2. And
yeah,
that is
I
it.
really like that. That's a good solution. Yay! Okay, so I'll probably have to get you to help me set that up.
Yeah.
And then I really like that group assignment thing too.
Yeah, because that financial planning class we do a whole semester long. That's the curriculum I wrote, and they are doing once a week working with their partner on the stock market game. So I set that up right in the very beginning and I let them pick their partners and I
Right.
put them in there, and then every time I just use that same group name and
And you just call, the name is group 1, group 2.
yeah. I might have gone in there and named it there. No, I don't think I did. I might have changed the group names to like their actual physical names because it made it easier.
Right.
I think when we're here, I usually actually make them come up with the name of their investment company. And they have a little, but you know,
Yeah.
it's desperate time, but I think I ended up naming their group names, both of their first names. Is what I did.
Yeah, that makes sense. I like that. And let them pick it and then they'll be,
Yeah, that's what I did. See, this group is called Ethan and Brady. Guess who the group members are?
Ethan
Ethan
and
and Brady.
I like that.
But that way, when I do the speed grader,
Yes.
that's what comes up instead of group 1, group 2. Let me find one of their. Here's one. So when I click on speed grader, see, instead of group 1, it says Ethan and Brady. So I kind of know who it is.
Yeah. That's a tool that will help you.
And then these people didn't want to be in a group.
So so if they don't want to be in a group, they're a group by themselves.
Yeah, but I tell them, if you don't want to be in a group, that's fine, but you're going to have to do all the work.
Yeah.
That's designed for 2 people.
So, okay, I think this is my last question then. So when I put in like a lab sheet that I have where they have to do some things, you've helped me do some of that before. But is there a way to make it fill-inable? So that, I have to tell them or teach them how to copy? Because it's just easier for me to grade it if I see what question is that they're answering, where they put that answer down. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so let me see if I got one that I think that you're talking about.
Some of them, like in Google Classroom, it can make a copy for each student and then they can just fill it in. Some of them make a copy, some of them just write the answers in. It would just be nice if they'd write them, if they'd make the copy.
So what you have to do is in your Google Docs, when you share it with them into your course.
Yes.
So if you're making the assignment, let me pull up one of my assignments. So this is actually a document. It's going to download a document.
That's fine. That's really what I want. I want it to download it and then I want them to write on that.
Okay, so to do that, what you have to do is under files. And you can see I've organized my files by my objective numbers. Okay, and even more than that, which assignment was I just looking at? 301, I think. So it's real easy. If I wanted to put that paper that I want them to edit, what I'm doing is I'm going to find it here and just drag it up. So if I had that, let's say I wanted to give them this final exam, Microsoft Word, I just drag it up there and add it to my files. Okay. So here's my files. This is what I was just looking at, that WebQuest.
Okay, right.
So here's the questions that they have to answer.
Right.
Okay, so I uploaded that file to them. So, oops, I didn't mean to do that. I want to close it. So what they're going to do is they're going to download this. When they click on this, it's going to download it. And it must do something if they have a Chromebook, because a lot of my kids had Chromebooks and had no problems. This would come up and I guess they had to, it automatically went in their Chromebook and it automatically makes a copy if you do.
Okay, and then they just write on that.
Yeah, and then when they go to turn it, here it is right there. They just have to click enable editing and they type their stuff in.
That's what I want them to be able to do. That's,
yeah.
But it's a file.
But you can do it, like I'm going to show you. I've got, where's my drive? There's financial planning. There's 3, there's 301. So this is the same exact thing that I was just showing you.
Uh-huh.
What was it? Financial planning, WebQuest. It was this document right here. Okay. So what I would do is I would click get link,
Uh-huh.
but I would make sure that viewer is checked, not editor.
Not editor, because then they're changing it.
Because yeah, so that's going to make them make a copy. If
Okay.
the
The
viewer,
viewer, but it makes a copy that they can then write on.
yeah. So you would click on copy link. So that's
Right.
that looks terrible. So what I would probably do is I would still call it 3.01 financial sources web.
Right.
You get the idea.
WebQuest student copy. Yeah.
Okay, so I would go up here and hit the link button,
Uh-huh.
paste that little long thing in there,
Yeah.
click save. And now what's going to happen is it's going to do this.
There you go.
Open with Google Docs.
There it is.
And there's my fillable thing.
Yeah. Now, do they have to name it with their name? Do they have to change that?
Yeah. See, mine's letting me do it because this is my thing. It
That's a story.
recognizes that this is me.
Okay.
But if I was somebody else, they would not let me do it.
Okay. And the speed grader downloads that. So when I pull it up, I'll see what they've written. I like that. Okay. You might have to show me how to do that again, but I'll get almost ready and take really good notes. So you only have to.
I know you do. You're real good about that. You are. That is one of my pet peeves where I have to tell somebody the same thing.
Yeah.
times.
I'm seeing how it works and I'm taking notes now, but I'm going, yeah, I don't even understand what I'm writing. I've got file, left-hand side.
I had a mentee last year. I think he lasted all of maybe 3 weeks. Half the time when I would try to tell something to him, he would say, I got this. And then the other times when he would come in and ask me something, my other mentee would be furiously writing things down when she came in and asked me something. He would just stand there nodding his head. And he kept telling me he got this until.
It's the need to know thing. They think if they don't need to know it right now, they don't need to be listening.
And this man was like my age too. He should have known better.
Because they're going to find out what they need to know from this.
Not old people like us. Not old people like us. We know we can't find everything.
I know. Or maybe I can.
I can't find nothing in there.
First.
I'm lucky if I can't find anything in there.
Okay. Thank you so much. This was.
You're welcome. I'm always here. You know it.
Thank you. Thank you. With the cookie too.
Yeah, I did have that cookie that one day. All right. We'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.